later on, I took care of a sister who had cancer. And as I took care of her, she was known to be a little gruff in life. And I suppose somebody with cancer could be that way. But um, I was asked to take her in her wheelchair to benediction, and we were upstairs, so all of that happened. But while I was putting her stockings on, she said, "There's something wet down there." And I felt all around, and I said, "No, sister, I don't feel anything." So I continued, and she said, "There's something wet. What is wet down there?" And I said, "Sister, there's just a towel, and then your personal clothes." And she said, "Well, let's go." And so I continued. And this time she said, "There's something wet." And with that, she hit my hand. And because of that, she said, "Your hand is wet. You're afraid of me, aren't you?" And I said, "Yes." And she said, "People said all kinds of things. The sisters even said all kinds of things about you to me. It said to you many things." And I said, "Well, yes." And she said, "The pitiful thing is they're all true. And I've tried to change that, and I've never succeeded." And so uh, because of that, we became extremely good friends. And each evening, she'd ask me what went on in at recreation. And then this one evening was near Christmas. She said, I told her that the sisters were talking about Christmas, and she said, "Oh, Christmas." He said, "I had a class for the children, and a classroom of fourth grade children. And I wanted that classroom to be Christmas because we had children in that room that they were homeless almost, very poor, and they needed to know what Christmas was all about." And so I fixed that. And then at recreation the next night, one said, "Well, what did you all talk about?" And I told her this, the sister told me that yeah, Sister Mary Everett had the nicest room in town. She had the worker for 3 days to make it that nice. And she said nobody else could ever get that worker, but she could. And so there was a kind of a little jealousy in there. And I thought, well, you dear nuns, you're just like us. And but anyway, it ended that she told me why. She said, "Oh," she said, "even the superior gave me the worker for 3 days to make it so beautiful for every child because they needed to have that for Christmas." And that's important in my life because we too were real poor, and but we loved Christmas and everything went right. And I thought, well, this is just like it was when I was home.